Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Amanda Ziadeh with WashingtonExec, and joining me today to discuss ways in which the government contracting community is recognizing veterans and supporting them throughout the year is Monica Winthrop, who is Senior Vice President of Consulting Services and the Veterans Affairs Sector Lead in the civilian business at CGI Federal. Thank you so much for being here today, Monica.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. So I want to start by asking if you can tell us a bit about your personal connection to the veteran community.
Yeah, so my personal connection is I have a grandfather and he was in World War II. And so as part of when he passed away, my mother actually gave me his flag from what was on his casket. And the thing that I do that really reminds me every day about what I do here and what the rest of our CGI Federal does for our veterans is I have his flag sitting up on my mantle. And so that's something that I see every day when I pass that reminds me just of how much our veterans mean to us around this country.
Wonderful. Well, thank you for sharing that with us, Monica. So is CGI Federal kicking off any specific initiatives for Veterans Day?
So I'm so glad you asked. So we have a couple of different initiatives coming on, but one of our really key cornerstone initiatives is service to our civilians. And we're kicking that off in the DC area as well as in Texas. And what this event is this brings in veterans and also our veteran spouses. And so what we do is preparing them to transition from the military to the civilian workforce. And so as part of that, we do resume reviews. So they come in, they bring their resumes, we can help critique that, or they can send it to us at any point in time and we send it back. We also do mock interviews with them. So really giving them feedback on how to conduct an interview. And then finally providing them a professional headshots. And so that allows them to obviously use those when they're out there seeking positions.
Awesome. All right. So how does CGI Federal recognize or work with the veteran community throughout the year?
So we have several events that we do throughout the year. One main thing that we do is we in partnership with Elizabeth Dole Foundation, where they honor the caregivers of the veterans. So that's one thing. A couple other really neat things that we do is we do wreaths across America. And we do that not just in the DC area, but really all across the country where we have folks stationed across CGI. And so they put wreaths on veterans' grave sites. And they go do that in the middle of the winter, right? When it's really cold and nobody wants to go. But that's what they go and do that. And the couple other cool things that we do are honor flights. So those that were in either World War II or the Korean War or the Vietnam War, they take honor flights. And we have members that go and they welcome them back as they're coming off the plane. And then the other really neat one, and this is just related to Halloween that we just passed, is we collect all the excess candy and then we distribute that out to the veterans at the VA hospitals.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah.
What a great thing to do with excess candy. We had some as well. And I wonder if there's an initiative near us like that. Very cool.
Yeah.
All right. So would you like to share any innovative or ongoing work that CGI Federal is doing with the VA to support the veterans community as a whole?
Yeah. So what we really do and our passion to do is supporting the VA's mission, right? And so we provide the VA with the tools and infrastructure to really operate and do the business to support our veterans across America. And as part of that, one of the main things that we're doing is, supporting their financial management transformation. And in that's really to help support those who support the veterans and providing them accuracy and transparency to their financial needs across the entire agency.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing. I love to ask that question because, of course, the work that the government contracting community does in general helps support the VA. So thanks for sharing.
Absolutely.
And lastly, I wanted to ask, considering that the GovCon industry and many companies inside of it are made up of veteran employees, why is it important to you and your company to continue recognizing veterans and supporting them and their families, not just around Veterans Day, but throughout the year?
Yeah, it's super important. I mean, we actively recruit veterans throughout, the entire year. They're a really important part of our business that we do. We really feel like they understand, the business of VA in particular and how we can deliver that and how we can make that better for the VA. And so with that, we're really committed to including them in our diversity and inclusion, right? It's part of not as another factor that we have as part of veterans. So making sure that we're devoting resources and time to veterans and bringing them into the company. We also think that they bring a really great point of view, right? So those that were out there as part of the military, they have a completely different point of view than others. And that's really important to help us deliver to our clients and give much better results. The other thing that's really important about veterans that is great, they're very dedicated and adaptable, and they have great leadership skills. So bringing that into our workforce really helps us stronger and better the delivery out to our clients.
All right, awesome. Well, Monica, thank you so much for joining me today and for talking a bit about how CGI Federal is recognizing and supporting the veterans community during this time of year and throughout the year. I appreciate it.
Thank you.